Let's turn this down. I have left the 3D mind and entered 4D. Let me explain that. And I will have an intro to my channel eventually. One thing I want to say before, my healing factor has improved. See, I had stitches, and you know when you have stitches, you have a mark? Completely gone. Disappeared. Like, I looked at it this morning just to make sure, and it's just flat, like as if nothing was ever there, which is awesome. I took this in the shower with me, not to stick up my ass, because someone could make that joke. When your pores are open, when your muscles are relaxed, and there's blood flowing through your muscles, they grow. When you're hitting your muscles, putting force on them, while there's blood going to your muscles, you're in luck. It's a good thing. Just make sure your family doesn't hear it, or they'll think you're weird. Well, I am weird. I already know that. Has anyone in the past 3 days... Watch this, watch. When you can hit yourself in the head for 2 hours a day without stopping, then talk to me. This is my bone. This is titanium. See, what happens with doing this, like hitting, what happens is microfractures, and don't let that turn you off. Microfractures, all they are small little injuries that heal over with new bone. So there's no hole in your bones making you bleed internally inside. No. It's small microfractures that heal depending on how healthy you are, either instantly, that's me, I heal instantly, or take like 3 days to recover. See, the reason people go to the gym and do leg day, arm day, pulling day, pushing day, is because their bodies need to heal and recover. That is why people use steroids. Not because steroids just make you bigger, it's because it heals you faster. See, what I have... I literally just started taking this about 3 days ago? I think it was 3 days ago. I have 2 more of them. Deer Antler Velvet Extract. This brand, I know for a fact, works. It's on eBay. And the thing with this is that you have to take it responsibly. All this does is, even though I already heal, like my healing time for if I stretch a muscle or something is about 1.5 to 2 days. When I take this, it's instant. Plus, a really cool thing happens with my tongue, which I didn't know I could do, is if you spray it and hold your tongue up with your mouth open, like that, and spray it under the tongue, it gets absorbed instantly. There are, I think, 3 or 4 absorption points on the body. One is the asshole, which is pretty funny, but literally, your asshole, if you put this in between the cracks of your asshole, it would get absorbed right away. If you put this under your armpit, it would get absorbed right away. If you put it under your tongue, instant. Yeah. So, my ability to control my reality is going like this. Like, it used to be I would have to say it a few times a day, and then eventually, like a month later, I would manifest. Now it's instant. Like they said, the event is coming soon. Sorry, my computer screen. Like it said, there are no strings anymore. We are entering into a new reality. Our DNA is changing, and so are we, which is wonderful. Honestly, to tell everyone, you age when you choose to age. The reason we have birthdays is because we're celebrating. They want birthdays are mostly because of the media. Far, 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 far back then, they didn't celebrate birthdays. Like, they didn't, far, far, far back then. The media is what makes us celebrate a day closer to death. That's pretty much what it is. We're getting excited for the day we were born because it means we're getting older. And we feel like we have some achievement from gaining a number. I don't count the number. Helps. Throughout the year, I never bring up like that, woo, I'm getting older, my birthday's soon. No. I choose to stay young. It's a choice. I could easily take 5 sprays of this a day, work out like crazy, eat tons of food, gain some weight. Why? If I want to be fucking young, I can. There's this person on YouTube, which I don't know what I can say on YouTube anymore, but I don't like. I'm not cyberbullying because I don't even know his name. He's supposed to be like 60 years old, but he wears sunglasses, he's got a pointy hawk nose, and he's pasty white. And he tries to act like a teenage boy. He does, but he acts like a douchebag. He's that kind of guy that would be like, yo, what's up, man? What's up? Your boy here. And it's like, I can't stand it in video logs when people say your boy here or my buddy. When guys feel they become more manly when they say, I got a buddy that works there, or I have a buddy. It's like, oh, a butt buddy? Because really, just say a friend. A friend. You don't have to. God. But why am I letting that get to me? That's pointless bullshit. Today I told my sister everything is manifesting twice as fast. And she actually just looked at surprised. She didn't say anything. Which is pretty cool. The cool thing about me is that if you tried to fight me, you would be unpleasantly surprised. I have seen a 5'3" guy take down a 6'5" guy. He punched him in the face and knocked him out. Why? Because 1, he was more skilled. 2, he was faster. People think that if you're bigger, that means you're stronger. No. Some people, some fat asses are really slow. Why? Because they have a bad diet, for one thing, and their metabolism's slower, which I honestly think that we can fix our genetic code through generations since we fucked it up so much with mind control from the media and horrible eating products. Like, you need this product, you need this, or you won't be happy, you won't have a dog that will be with a happy white family in a park. You've seen those commercials. There's a happy white family. Then they say all the adverse effects of the medication they're trying to sell you, the drug. I believe that we can re-engineer ourselves to be superhumans. Fuck, I already heal and regenerate. That's a good start. All this does is increase my healing faster, which is pretty cool. I do believe that my muscles are growing. No, I know my muscles are growing. It's just that my overall physique, I look like I'm 17 to 20. My overall physique. Fuck it. If you saw videos of me when I was 21, I believe. When I was 21 and I was first starting, I have pleasant music playing in the background. When I was 21 and before, I was so skinny that you could literally pick me up and throw me a yard. I weighed 80 pounds when I was 21. 80! It's a locked video, but on my other account, VocalMod1, it's a locked video. You can't find it. Plus, it's named like 0, 1, 2, 3, because I shot it with my 3DS when I still played video games. I don't play video games anymore. Bad for the mind. Really bad for the mind. I had a pleasant day today. I'm going to show you something that guaranteed you can't do with titanium. This is my knee. That's pure bone, and this is titanium. No red mark, no bruise. What you want to hit is this side. You can call me weak once you're able to do this to your bones. See, I never was any kind of muscular at all. I grew up barely eating. I had carrots and fast food, and that may sound kind of healthy, but not when you don't exercise, when you have seizures constantly. You don't really have a choice. Isn't that right, nature music? Who I talk to because I don't have friends. No, I have friends. They just have different lives, and it's hard to co-coordinate hanging out with friends because they're always busy. And no, it's not like, hey, can you hang out? No, I'm busy. I rarely use my phone to call a friend. Sometimes for the people I really care about, I will message them. I will text them, or I'll message them on Facebook. The people I truly see as a friend, because it's hard for me. I got the passerbys, people I'll just say hi to everywhere when I go places. And I'll have the people that I become close to. And usually what has to happen is one person who I'm comfortable with has to introduce me to another person I'm comfortable with. That's how I meet people. And that's how I met one of my closest friends at the gym. I befriend Pisces very quickly, very easily. Yeah. One thing you should know about my skull is the bones in my skull are extremely hard. Remember that this is titanium. This is very dense and hard. This is my temple. Watch me. Why do I train my neck? Because if someone was ever to cut my neck, I don't want to bleed internally like my grandma would do, like my sisters would do, like my mom would do, like definitely like my dad. It's because when you drink alcohol, your blood thins. And the thinner your blood is, well, the more fucked you are. That's why when I see giant, not even bodybuilders, just guys in the gym who consume a bunch of calories, that work out a little bit, so they're big, but if you cut them, they would bleed everything out of their body. They'd bleed all the blood out, they'd die. Why? Because they have thin blood. How do you get thin blood? A shitty diet, alcohol, and fish oils. They're all blood thinners. Oh, and some Tylenol, or is it aspirin? I think it's Tylenol. Blood thinners. When I first started doing this, and I only used sand, and I only punched sand, you should have seen my arms back then. Holy shit. I was bruising nonstop. I had bruises all up and down my arms, and when I first started, I didn't know any better. I was just hitting my arms with wood originally. I first started out with a piece of wood when I wasn't outside punching sand. My skull has been naturally reinforced. Because like I said, if you get an injury, these little sponge-looking things will go up and down the bone and cover it. It's like if you had a t-shirt, and you put another one over it. It would be double warm and double as thick. Then you put a third one over it, and you have 3 layers. So when someone cuts you, it doesn't reach your skin. As in, once you have an extremely strong bone structure from hitting titanium, rock, stone, sand, wood, anything against the bones, they will create microfractures and then heal over that and make like another layer of reinforced bone. And if there isn't bone and it's just tendon and ligament, it will double over. It will heal over that. So no matter what, no matter where you hit, I try to hit in every individual muscle individually. We have a lot more muscles in our body than we think we do. We have like 264 bones in our body, I believe. Muscles, yeah. I, for the first time successfully today, did a CPA offer. For the past year, I've been wanting to do that. And it took a learning curve. I definitely had to learn. And I wrote a few things on this piece of paper. If you've ever considered doing CPA offering, it's where someone has a product, or they have like an ebook, or they have one of those, type your email address in to receive a free iPod Nano, those things. People get paid like $1 to $3 every time someone puts their email in. Or you can do it with affiliate programs, and that's where you get someone else's product and you promote it and you get a commission. The one I did was $124 per commission resale, as in every month I'd get $124. This requires a very big learning curve if you're just getting into it, and you have to be really actually into it. Because there's 3 different ways of doing it. You can be the creator, where you have to create a landing page. You would have to create a squeeze page. You would have to create a funnel page and a thank you page, which takes a shitload of money. Sorry, there's a bug. Or you could pay an affiliate network to promote the first thing. You pay an affiliate. Or 3, which is what I'm doing, you find the right keywords on Bing or Google AdWords. You get one of the affiliate offers and you just put it in and let it roll. If people click on it and they buy it, you get a commission, and it does it automatically for you. That is why when we're told that we need math or we need general ed in college, I laugh my dick off, because we don't need any of that. We really don't. When was the last time you learned arithmetics in school and remembered it? The only person who needs to study that is someone who works in data analysis, accounting, a math teacher. Creativity is mostly what makes you money in this world. Yet my grandmother has this twisted idea that going to college makes you intelligent. Half the kids that are going for a master's degree are probably smoking weed right now. It doesn't mean for when you graduate, it means, oh my God, he's smart. He's smart now. He went to college. He's smart. No, that's what the media fed you guys. And when I say you guys, I mean the old people. It's what the media fed you. So now you tell you're young, and then they tell my generation, our parents tell, because their parents told us, that college is smart. College makes you smart. College and schooling used to be free in like the 1800s when it was first started. And it was started before that. And it was free. It didn't cost money for knowledge. If you want free, go on the internet and learn what you could learn in college on the internet. That's what I did. I love how I'm trying to start a wine business in the future. And my grandmother in the car says, I think you should really stop studying business and start studying math. I'm like, okay, you've said some dumb shit in your life, but that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say. I don't want to be the person working a 9-to-5 job to support my children, which is what my grandma did, which is what my mom did. And that's a perfect life. That's a good life for certain people, but not for leaders. I was born a leader. I was born a teacher. My job in life is to have people working for me. That's why I never did good in customer service jobs, because I'm like, I don't like you. Why should I pretend to like you and be nice to you while the owner makes all the money and all these other people work for them? No. I was specifically put on this earth to be a leader, to be an elite. I have amazing potential, and eventually it's going to be noticed by someone bigger than me. And I mean money-wise or success-wise. And they're going to want to teach me. Throughout my life, people have come up to my parents and my grandparents. This is strange, and I always wonder this. Your son has great potential. I've heard that, and it just makes me think, what the fuck? Who are you? Did you come from the future or something? Your son has great potential. Can I molest him? No. But really, there was a woman that came up, I believe I was 7, and I was at this like build a workshop kind of thing at Home Depot, and this woman came up to my grandma. I can still remember this, and she said, your grandson is very gifted and has high potential. And she walked away. And then my grandma's like, you won't believe what just happened. This woman. And I can tell when my grandma's lying or telling the truth. And it's not the first time. I've encountered lots of strange people throughout my lifetime that have come to me and told me that I'm going to achieve great things. As if I'm some kind of leader in the future, and they come back. I don't know. So many weird things have happened in my life that I can't explain. Why certain people didn't like me, why certain people did like me, why certain things happened to me, and never got a reason, which is pretty frustrating. Yeah. Like, there are some things you grow up with that don't make sense, and you want an explanation, but there aren't any. I spent probably a year of my life slightly getting a chest, like this, slightly. If someone tried to throw me nowadays, I would be able to just stand back up, like right after they threw me. If I can hit my bones with titanium, throwing me won't hurt me. A lot of things won't hurt me if you're able to throw me. When you're stuck in your room, when you have a messed up foot, and all you're watching are subliminals on how to fight, and your tribal mind, your brainstem, is being reprogrammed to automatically do those movements when someone comes up to you. Oh my God, I've reenacted a fighting move almost on my grandma because she did a certain movement that my subconscious remembered from a fighting video. And I literally did a jujitsu move on my grandma, which was so awesome. Not the fact that I'm hurting my grandma, but I did a disarming jujitsu move when she was going to reach her arm over and put it on my shoulder, which is what you should never do in a fight to anyone because that gives them an advantage. And I literally grabbed her hand and did this twist around like I was disarming a knife or a gun. And she just looked at me like her eyes were saying, "Where the fuck did you learn that?" If you try to use any kind of subliminals that you're watching that are fighting, if you try to use them physically, they won't work. Because they're in the subconscious mind and the brainstem. They're in the automatic reflex and the remembrance. That's what I like to call it. The remembrance. You can't redo a subliminal with your conscious mind, your front part of your brain. You can't. It just doesn't work. You will use the moves that you learn when you need to. That's why I put in all my fighting subliminals. I only fight if I absolutely have to. It's not in my older ones, but my newer ones it is. I think I have about 5 fighting videos that teach you a lot of good things. But reprogramming your fight or flight is one thing that you really need to do. Because if you're not a natural fighter, if you're a lover, or if you're a peacemaker like me, then it's going to be a good idea to reprogram your brainstem. Because if you don't, you're just going to run up to the person anger, like with tons of adrenaline, and attack them like I used to do. I have never won a single fight, but I've punched 2 people in my life, if that counts. One kid in elementary was picking on me, so my mom told me to stand up to him, which most parents say, just become their friend, for some reason. So I punched the kid in the face. How old was I? And then I got reported by my lesbian teacher. I just assume all women teachers are lesbians. That's not necessarily true, but I remember how my teacher would always smoke weed with the computer lab teacher, which was really funny. She would always leave the classroom, tell us to do work, while she went over to the computer lab guy and they smoked weed behind the cubicles. Saw it, didn't understand it at the time. Very funny. This part right here will kill someone if it gets pushed into. But you can actually grow, I don't know if it's ligament or muscle right here, if you hit it gently. Gently. I've been doing this for 4 years. Gently. If you're going to hit the middle of your chest, gently. Because you're going to feel something right here. Your windpipe. You want to reinforce your windpipe from blunt punches or chops or knife attacks. There's only been one family in history who's traced back a gene mutation far, far back to where their bones are so hard that a car crash couldn't even kill the person. They're so dense that they can't break. They even made a movie on it with Bruce Willis. It's a real thing, but only one family nowadays has it, which I would love to intermingle with that family, create a super baby. I would want to get my bones that hard. You wonder how Chinese monks do that thing where they put a spear to their neck, then they bend it and break it. That's because they have a reinforced neck. Chinese monks hang themselves for 2 hours a day. They hang themselves. They hang themselves while they're in the Indian style position with the legs crossed. So the only thing holding them up is their chin. Think of it that way. They say we need time to relax and recuperate our muscles, and that's true. But honestly, if you heal as fast as I do, you don't. And that didn't happen my entire life. I've had a strong pain resistance when I was young, but last year to this year is when I really started being able to heal faster. I got a taste of it in like 2012. Or was it 2011? No, it was 2014. I got a taste of it, but it's only going to get stronger. I mean, my stitches disappeared. My skin is smooth, just like the Wolverine. How he can just heal up injuries. Hopefully I'll get to that fast of healing one day. My channel will go viral.